Hello everyone. Well, today I wanted to talk about the consequences of hurting and cheating on intentionally on people. So I wanted to share some experiences I had um, that somehow reflect how hurting someone intentionally can backfire on you. And I had this person in my life. His name was Gerson, and he started to flirt with me, and he wanted to date me. And I didn't love him. I didn't have a big attraction for him, but I gave him a shot. And then I started dating, and then when he was with me, what happened was that he was constantly lying, and my intuition is really strong, so I smell when something is not right. And he was we made appointment, to meet each other, and he was really late, and had all these excuses. He said he was living with his dad, and that his dad had this awkward relationship with him, and he wasn't allowed to receive any woman inside his house. Which, when he was telling me, I didn't feel like it was true. And then there was this time, which was we went to a place to spend the night with each other, and then early in the morning, he said he needed to go with his father to the market, the street market, and that he would bring me. He will bring us our breakfast. And so he went out, and I waited like more than 2 hours for him to come back. I was really stressed because I was that never happened to me before. And then when he got back, he didn't even brought breakfast as he told. So I started to fight with him. I really started to fight, and I said, "Do you think I am dumb? Do you think I'm stupid? Of course, you didn't went to the market, and you are lying to me. And I don't allow you to do that. It's a lack of respect to leave me here hanging like 2 hours waiting for you while we are, in a date. So that's totally disrespectful." I was really, really mad with him that time. And I started to be like, this won't work out. After that, I also, we arranged a meeting again, and I was in my friend's house, and he didn't appear at the time that we did established. And I tried to call him, he didn't answer, sent a message to wait for him. And also I was like waiting for him more than 3 hours. After that, I just got tired, and I went by myself to my home. And I said to him, sent him a message and said, "Don't bother to appear, because I'm not going to be waiting for you." After that, he called me like really in despair, like, oh, don't be mad, whatever, I'm going to get you in next to my to the bus station and whatever. And I said, don't bother, I don't want to see you. I just don't want to see you. And it's one of those things that if you are building a relationship, you need to really start to build trust. And I didn't trust him at all. And I just hate to be left out waiting out in the cold. It's the worst thing a person can do to me. And it's really a lack of respect. And then when I got to the bus station, he was there, like with the puppy, regretful look, and trying to explain himself. And I said, I don't want to hear anything. Please leave. And I was really mad. And when I'm mad, I'm really mad, you know. And at that time, I wouldn't even be, I wasn't capable to manage that anger that I had. And I would scream and I would really be cold as ice, you know. And I had motives for that, but I said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you now. And he was like running after me, and then he grabbed my hand and squeezed it like, you don't go, like trying to force me to hear him. And I said, no, leave me. Release my hand now. And he was like, oh, but I want to talk to you, whatever. And I said, I don't want to hear you. Leave me. Then I pulled my hand back, and he was like, you are really strong. Yes, I am. You can imagine how much strong I am. And then I went to my house because I didn't want to talk to him, and I'm a strong-willed person. I went to my house. I went to think about it, really mad with him. And after that, a few days, maybe later, I just broke up with him. And this thing, even though it was, I know I gave him a few of the best days he had in his whole life. I have conscience of that. And including, he told me that. He was verbally expressing that. And that I felt it was true. And years after, I met him randomly, and we had dinner together, and then he wanted to get me back, whatever. I said, I know, we are just friends, and I don't want to have anything with you. What I went through with you was enough for me. I don't want anymore. So, it was, then he told me he had a kid, and the kid's age was the same as the time the time the kid was born was when we were months later of we being together. So he finished by saying that he was living with his girlfriend, and she was pregnant with his kid. And I was like, and you thought you could hide that from me. You thought you could play me. You thought you could be hiding a child for how long? And he was like, oh, I was afraid to lose you. I didn't want to tell you the truth or whatever. And I said, the worst thing you did was to not tell me the truth. The worst thing you did was to try to fake it, try to get excuses, and not saying what really was happening, because I already felt it. I already knew that something was being untold. And so I didn't want it to be with a person. I don't want to be with a person that is constantly lying to me. So he was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I forgive them. So, but the thing is, I didn't trust him, and I don't trust him. And so I believe that when the trust is broken and respect it's broken, it's really, really hard to rebuild whatever a relationship again. It's really hard. And I didn't really love him, so he was trying to conquer my love, and he did it the worst way possible. So what it was like a friendship, caring became hate, became disappointment, yeah. So consequences. He wanted to have both. The person that was most important for him, that was me. And he told me that a lot of times. And I felt it. It won't have anymore. He won't have anymore. Even years later, he tried to be like, I'm going to get a house together, whatever. I didn't want it. And at the time, things were different. And I didn't want it to be with the cheater. And so he was, and also he has to deal with his friends. Like, he introduced me to some of his friends. I saw in some relationship coaches, that when a man introduces you to friends, it means that you are important to him. So he really introduced me to his friends. And his friends are always telling, like, you lose that girl, you lost that girl, you was a good girl, whatever. And yeah, he lost me, and he's constantly being reminded by his friends. And it's really hard for him. So, also, I want to share a story that didn't happen to me, but happened with a close friend back then. She was, every time she was angry with her boyfriend, she was tending to cheat on him. So, not all the time, but sometimes she did. And she had this thing about being with guys that were dating, or friends were interested in. So she started to date a guy that was dating a friend, a girl friend. And she was like, I'm feeling a crush on him, whatever. And she also did that to me when we were young, but I was so naive at the time that I didn't realize that was a pattern of envy. And because I was in love with a guy with the church, and she didn't really notice the guy. She was interested in his brother. But then when I said that I was interested in him, she started to be interested in him too. So she didn't really knew what she wanted. Whatever. So that time that I was really naive and stuff, and she was dating the guy that was currently dating a friend, while she was mad at her boyfriend. And I said, that's not a good idea, things can get rough, you are cheating on your friend and whatever. So it was really, I tried to warn her to not do that, but she did. And yes, her friend just ended up to find out. He was trying to be obsessive over her, and things got a little weird. Well, her boyfriend didn't find out about that. I am really loyal to my friends, so I don't go spread their secrets. And I'm telling the story, but I'm not revealing the person who did this. And after that, maybe years later, I think, she was betrayed by her boyfriend and with a neighbor, and everyone knew about it except her. So that's how if you cheat, if you hurt intentionally someone, or you make that person dumb, like, you will be facing karma. And she was really humiliated by that. And so that's why in these situations, that she always tries to be with someone that has someone already. I'm not judging it, okay, but when it comes to try to be with a friend's boyfriend, it's just a disrespectful way to. It means that the person doesn't really have respect for herself, because if you are capable to cheat your friends that way, it's really sad. It's really sad. There are a lot of men in the world. Why will you choose the person that is with your friend and you don't even like them? Like, it's just an attraction. It's just not pure love. It's just. And believe me, when you do that, the universe will bring someone that will do the same to you. They will put someone that will make you dumb also. But the universe won't do it when you are expecting it. The universe will do this when you least expect it, when you least expect, and with a person that is truly important to you. When you get the person that is truly important to you, the universe will bring someone to do exactly the same thing you did to them. So that's why it's really important to start to see the other person, the other people around you, like extension of yourself. Would you like to be cheated on? Would you like to be lied to? Would you like to be tricked that way? Would you like? So if you don't like, if the answer is no, don't do it. Because the universe will always find a way to make you feel the same way that you do. And 3 times worse. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. Think about it.